Brutal riddling of an innocent man violently arresting an Army veteran, unjustifiably arresting a group of teenagers. At times, police officers can be put in a bad light due to mix-ups that can ruin a significant case. After all, they are professionals, but even they can't avoid making mistakes. In this video, we will see instances where police officers get confused and arrest an FBI agent.
26 Franklin.
I'm not going to put you in cuffs.
Putting the narrative for this call. That subject he's got detained.
Okay.
I've got claiming to be a federal agent.
You do got? Is it on? Do I have permission to take it off?
No, you don't have permission to take it off.
Just hang tight, right? I'm not cuffing you. I'm not cuffing you. But you're being very uncooperative with me. You asked me to come up here. You called my personal cell phone number. You can't tell me how you got it. Your vehicle's coming back to a wiring company, not the FBI.
It's a covert vehicle.
Okay.
Would you like to see some registration?
You get mad at me because I turned my body camera on.
Would you like to see some registration?
And you know a lot of stuff about me.
Would you like to see the registration, sir?
I don't really want anything from you at this point. My supervisor's on the way.
Excellent.
Sir, I can't open the door. You're being detained right now.
26 Franklin, 1065 serial number, yellow block 19.
I got the air on full blast, sir.
6 to Franklin 530. What is that gentleman's name you got detained?
It ain't the heat. What's up?
I said I can't believe this is happening.
You haven't cooperated with anything we've done.
What's that gentleman's name you got detained?
It's going to be Alexis Hatton. Alexis Hatton.
Do you have your body camera on still, brother?
Absolutely. It ain't going off.
Thank you, brother. Look, I'm begging for you. Turn the air. You're burning me up, brother.
I had the defroster on.
No, you didn't. Brother, I need air. God almighty.
533.
I know you think this is funny, but it won't be funny after today.
33. Decision was made to detain him while we were checking his legitimacy. Yeah. And we put him in the back. And after that, he started complaining of shortness of breath, vision loss.
1. An FBI agent who was in pursuit of a corruption case in Florida ends up being arrested. Flexing turn of events captured on a body cam. An FBI agent investigating a corruption complaint in rural Florida ended up handcuffed in the backseat of a patrol car after deputies began doubting his identity. The incident took place when Special Agent Alexis Hatton visited Carabel, a small town in the Northwest, to ask about a citation that the Franklin County Sheriff's Office had initially issued to a prominent businesswoman, only to later withdraw it from the courthouse. During an on-road dispute, Agent Hatton found himself confined in a patrol car for 6 grueling minutes, calling out for cooler air and demanding his release. Upon meeting Deputy Rolf Gordon, Hatton sought to discuss the controversial ticket issued a few weeks prior. However, the conversation took a nosedive when Gordon started suspecting the legitimacy of Hatton's federal agent status. The license plates on Hatton's vehicle did not match government records, and to add to the mounting suspicion, a license check revealed Hatton's name on a terrorist watch list. In a high-tension scenario, Gordon decided to handcuff Hatton after he refused to answer certain questions. Just as the situation seemed to spiral out of control, with Hatton claiming to be suffering from the heat in the car, a voice over the police radio brought a sigh of relief. After Hatton's release, he called for medical help, complaining about vision problems. However, the officers were not entirely convinced about Hatton's condition. Following this incident, several FBI agents met with the sheriff and Deputy Gordon to ascertain the reasons behind the incident. The FBI and Franklin County Sheriff's Office have since established solid communication lines to prevent such confusion in the future, aiming to make both their agencies work together more efficiently. 2. FBI agent who spied for Russia for more than 20 years. It was a regular Monday morning, June 5, 2023, when the news rippled through the corridors of the USP Florence AdMax prison in Colorado. Robert Philip Hansen, a spy who was infamous for trading America's secrets for cash and diamonds from the Soviets, was found lifeless in his cell. Hansen's story was as incredible as it was shocking. A man who had once dealt in secrets worth a staggering US dollar $1.4 million had drawn his final breath at 79 behind bars. In 2001, Hansen found himself cornered. He admitted to 15 counts of espionage and conspiracy. He avoided the death sentence, but freedom was off the table. He got a life sentence without parole. Hansen had played a dangerous game, exposing Soviet operatives who were secretly working for the U.S., and some paid for this with their lives. His actions ripped open glaring flaws in America's security system and shook the very foundations of U.S. intelligence. Even as U.S.-Russian relations evolved, even after the end of the Cold War, Hansen was playing both sides. Finally caught in 2001, he confessed, "I could have been a devastating spy, but I didn't want to be. I wanted to get some money and get out of this." Hansen's story ended as dramatically as it began, leaving an unforgettable mark on the annals of U.S. history. 3. FBI agent partner of the Mafia in the U.S., John Connolly, a former FBI agent who was once considered a cornerstone of the law enforcement community in Boston, now finds himself ensnared in a web of criminal charges. Spending his days in a Miami maximum security prison, he writes lengthy letters decrying the men he believes betrayed him, federal prosecutors, the law enforcement agents who investigated him, and mobsters who testified against him. Connolly's past as an FBI agent is marred by his relationship with the notorious Irish mobster James Whitey Bulger and his partner Stephen the Rifleman Flemmi, whom Connolly used as informants. Throughout the 1980s, Connolly received significant praise for his efforts in dismantling Boston's Italian mob. However, this apparent triumph was soon tainted by allegations of corruption. In 2002, Connolly was convicted of racketeering and obstruction of justice, having been found guilty of aiding Bulger's criminal activities and tipping him off to an impending indictment. Connolly now faces an even graver charge. He is accused of contributing to a murder committed by the Bulger mob in 1982, a charge that could potentially see him imprisoned for the rest of his life. This new case against Connolly is built upon the testimonies of career criminals who have bargained lighter sentences for their cooperation with the prosecution. Many of these criminals, some guilty of numerous murders, are now free or soon to be released. Meanwhile, Connolly, who still maintains his innocence, is poised to pay a steep price for the widespread corruption in which he was involved. In a curious twist, Connolly, an ex-law enforcement agent, has remained silent, refusing to divulge details that could expose the full extent of corruption within the FBI and the Justice Department. This adherence to a code of silence, usually associated with the criminals he once pursued, has left Connolly in a precarious position. He stands as a controversial figure, his narrative weaving from law enforcement hero to a convicted felon facing further allegations, leaving many questions about the true extent of his involvement and the systemic corruption within law enforcement. That's all for today. Like this video and comment your opinion about these cases. If you want to know more of these stories, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. See you in the next video.